And joining me now by phone is Rabia Chaudry. She's an attorney and the author of Adnan's story, The Search for Truth and Justice After Serial. Rabia, thanks a lot for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
All right, what is your reaction to this ruling?
We are incredibly relieved. We have been waiting for this ruling for 19 years, so me and his entire family are we're tired but happy.
And speaking of the family, how is Syed's family reaction to this news as well?
You know, the family's doing well. Ironically, right now, I'm getting a call from Adnan, which I'm not picking up because I'm on the phone with you. But they're thrilled. I spoke to his mother today. I spoke to his lawyer today, and everybody is just thankful that we can. This is one, more step towards his freedom.
All right. Have you had a chance to speak with Adnan? I know you said he's calling you since this decision was reached.
Yeah, no. This was my chance, and I apparently just missed it, but hopefully he'll call back.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm sure he will call back. Let's hope so. What's different this time around? I know we've had millions of people, 175 million people who have pretty much downloaded this podcast, which is absolutely a large number and amazing for both sides, I guess. What's different this time around?
I mean, it's not so much what's different this time around. It's just, we are moving in a linear pattern. We did lose an appeal before the podcast serial went live, and just to blow your mind, it's actually been downloaded 500 million times.
Wow.
My podcast Undisclosed has been downloaded 240 million times. This is a weirdly global phenomenon.
Wow.
I don't know why, but people are obsessed with this case. And what happened is, we lost the appeal, but after Serial happened, it brought so many dozens of people to the case, more lawyers, investigators, witnesses came forward, and then I think the courts were paying more attention. And so we took some of the same issues, and we won on the same issue this time that we lost on 4 or 5 years ago. So I think what happened is that, people just paid more attention and looked at the case, and the court realized other people were also paying attention. And it also brought the alibi witness back to the case. We weren't able to present her 5 years ago. We just presented her affidavit, but this time we were able to get her in court.
And a final question for you so we can let you go so you could at least hopefully get that phone call, because I would feel really bad if you don't get it. In your book, Adnan's story, thank you. You talk about some details that were left out of the Serial podcast. Tell us what those are and the role that they might play in a retrial.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that, the Serial did an amazing job, but, there's a lot of investigative work that was done afterwards. Some of the things, a very important thing that Serial actually didn't cover, even in their 12 episodes, was the autopsy, what the evidence of, the victim's body actually showed about how she was killed, when she was killed. And that autopsy evidence directly contradicts the state's theory of the case, how they said she was killed, where she was killed, even what time she was buried. And nobody really paid attention to this until we had investigators come forward and start working with us after Serial. So if we go back to trial, the state has to come up with an entirely new theory, and that will be tough for them to do.
And real quick, in 10 seconds, you said 500 million times?
500 million times for Serial, 240 million times for Undisclosed. So I hope people listen to Undisclosed as well.
Wow. All right, Rabia Chaudry, thank you so much. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thanks for having me.